Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man channel. I'm excited today to be reviewing the latest release from Vola, Witness, following on from their last album, Applause of a Distant Crowd. This album has been released today on Mascot Records and is 9 tracks, about 45 minutes in length. Now, third time I think this is that Vola for me have produced another strong album. This is the third time in a row. Really liked In Moses and really liked Applause of a Distant Crowd, and it seems like they're going to be one of these bands who are consistent in their output and in their quality of what they produce for us as metal fans. I really liked this one as well. I felt like this was kind of marrying the best qualities of In Mazes with Applause of a Distant Crowd as well. You know, In Mazes kind of heavier, gentler stuff perhaps in more of that album, and Applause of a Distant Crowd had a kind of slightly progressive rock sensibility to it, which I really enjoyed. It had a slight almost Porcupine Tree feel to it in places, and I really liked how this third release was kind of like a little bit of both of those. There is quite a bit that, you know, packed into this. It's not a super long record, but it's really good in what it offers, and I think you'll find when you listen to this the time goes quite quickly, which is as ever a good sign of a good release. Straight Lines, what an opener, you know, that really cool riff, that dun 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 dun, and then Head Mountain Sideways I think is perhaps a favourite track on the album for me. A really great single. I think that was the first one they released, correct me if I'm wrong, as a single. 24 Light Years is one of these that I think has that slightly Porcupine Tree sensibility to it, kind of prog rocky, very melodic, pretty beautiful stuff for that track. These Black Claws was an interesting one, with this slightly hip hop guest, I think, in this track. Not big on hip hop myself. I've had my moments with hip hop in the past, but in spite of that, I don't want to, you know, say this wasn't a good. It was a good track. I didn't think the hip hop part was bad at all. I thought it kind of worked okay with the track. So I'm going to let that one fly. I thought that was quite a good track still. Really heavy riff at the start that I really liked. Obviously drawing the influence of, you know, Meshuggah without doubt, but tremendous track again, really. Freak was kind of quite a nice one, light and fluffy, although for me maybe on this album Freak might be the one I go back to less than some of the others, maybe, I don't know. Napalm was good, Future Bird was great, that I think might turn out to be another favourite for me, and Stone Lear Falling Down, could that be the one? Could that be the favourite for me as well on the album? And as I say, there's just a few, you know, or several of these 9 tracks I say are great tracks. Little for me to be critical of, I think, as well. I think this is a well polished album. Clearly a lot of thought has gone into it. This band are obviously gelling well together, I feel, with the way that they're really thinking through their tracks and bringing little dynamics in here and there. I think something which I'm not sure I've mentioned yet is that one thing Vola do really well, and perhaps better than many other bands I can think of, is their fusion of electronic with the metal, you know, with the heavier sounds. And a lot of metal bands that use electronics, it's either the electronics are too hidden and hardly audible, or they're overbearing, I think. Vola have found a formula or something here that works really well with combining the electronics really well with the, you know, the distorted elements of the heavy guitars, detuned guitars going on here. So I have pretty much only good things to say about Witness. I wonder what you thought of Witness. You know, drop in the comments. Do you agree? Do you think, you know, how would you rate it against the other 2 albums? Better or worse? Do you think they're going in the right direction? For me, I think this is as good as Applause of a Distant Crowd, if not maybe a fraction better than that as well. And I really am a fan of that album. It was actually one of the albums, I think, if I was, I think in 2018 it would have been in my top 20. This one could be, you know, a good candidate for one of my top albums this year at the moment. So I'm going to give this at least an 8 out of 10, I think, maybe an 8.5. I always say in these reviews, perhaps slightly revisable upwards or downwards, because it needs a bit of time for an album to settle in. I only listened to it a few times, been released today. But I think the signs are this is a pretty strong release from Vola. Thank you very much for watching. Do feel free to like and subscribe if you want to, and otherwise I hope to see you again sometime. Take care everybody, thanks for watching.